We all just want to ride our bikes, right? Longer, further, faster, stronger. Well, cross-training helps that happen, but cross-training's boring, isn't it? Nah, enter Hyrox. I'm Mark, and this is Red Cloud. Welcome, one and all. My name's Mark, as I just said, and this is Red Cloud. Having worked in the international bike industry for nearly 20 years now, scarily, I just wanted to come over to YouTube and to start this channel going to discuss all things cycling and fitness and adventure, particularly since quite recently I passed a big birthday. And suddenly, after 50 years old, a few things change, but adventure and love for cycling certainly doesn't. So that's what this channel's about, and if that sounds like you, please come along for the journey. So let's kick things off with cross-training. Cross-training's boring, right? Well, it doesn't have to be. The truth is that strength training becomes even more important the older you get. It's important for young people too, I must add, but certainly the older you get, strength training and cross training will help keep you fit, keep you mobile, and keep you feeling stronger both on and off the bike. Which, let's be honest, whilst we all love riding bikes, we kind of want to feel stronger whilst we're doing it, don't we? And when we're off the bike, we kind of want to feel healthier and more mobile as well, don't we? Enter cross training. Now, you'll often hear people say, just ride your bike more. Ride a little bit more, then ride a little bit further, and you'll get fitter. Well, no, not really. Both proven through science and also from personal experience, that's not really the case. What tends to happen is you end up getting a lot of overuse injuries, repetitive injuries, overtraining, and also a lot of muscle imbalances. Have you ever been accused of being a lazy ass cyclist? Well, to be honest, a lot of us cyclists do have that issue. Our glutes just do not get used anywhere near as much as we think they do on the bike. However, some strength training and cross training off the bike in that area, and you will find your riding absolutely transformed. Now, I get it. A lot of people don't like working out at the gym. I'm lucky, I'm an ex-American footballer, so I kind of spent most of my 20s in a gym, so I really enjoy it. However, as I got older, as I started Red Cloud, my time management didn't really enjoy it. And so I didn't go quite as often, and despite lots of riding, I became very overweight and a number of muscle imbalances as well. Now, in 2022, I just completed Trans Rockies Gravel Royale, which is a 4-day stage race in British Columbia. And I did all right, actually, surprisingly. But I look back with horror. When I came back from that event in 2022, I was 104 kilos. Now, I'm 6 foot tall. I should not be 104 kilos. So now I'm 92 kilos. I've kind of reconcentrated on strength training. I've doubled down on that. I've taken up running. Yes, running. It comes to us all. And it's worked. I'm now 92 kilos. And what have I got to thank for that? Hyrox. Enter Hyrox. So, having briefly just stopped the camera to close the blind so you can see me again, I'm not sure whether that's really a good thing, whether you'll thank me for that. But anyway, we move on regardless. What is Hyrox? Well, first of all, what it's not CrossFit. When people first look at Hyrox, they do sometimes think that it looks very CrossFit-like, and in a way, I understand that because it is functional fitness based, which of course is what CrossFit is all about. However, Hyrox is a set number of exercises, both functional fitness exercises and also running. There's that R word again. I am going to talk about running whether we like it or not. So basically the way it runs, every race, and they're held in cities all over the world throughout the year, but in the UK mainly in the winter and early spring. It's 8 1 kilometre runs, so 8 kilometres and this is all indoors, 8 kilometres in total. And between each kilometre run, you have one functional fitness exercise. So in order, they are the 1,000 metres on the Ski Erg. We have a sled push, so a heavy sled push, then a sled pull. Then we have Burpee Broad Jumps. Then we have row, then we have farmer's carry. Then 100 meters of walking weighted lunges. That's not quite as bad as burpee broad jumps, but almost. And then we finish with 100 wall balls. Now, whilst I'm talking, I will overlay some shots of an event that I ran in Birmingham in 2023. It was my first ever Hyrox, and I have to say the atmosphere at these events is phenomenal. The music playing, the crowd, the traders, just everything. It's one of the most amazing kind of interactive, vibrant events I've ever been a part of, and I've been a part of quite a few over the years. So yeah, definitely recommend checking it out. Now, the thing is, these events, you train for them, of course you do, and it just gives more structure to your training, and also it makes it a bit more fun. And a lot of the exercises that are in Hyrox transfer directly to weaknesses that we get as cyclists. So yeah, it's beneficial in a number of ways. For example, lunges, the dreaded burpee broad jumps, they are excellent for things like your hip flexors that are notoriously tight on cyclists. Particularly as you get older, they become a lot tighter, which causes soreness, causes lower back pain. I've had no issues like that whatsoever since I started Hyrox training, because you're constantly strengthening and stretching those areas. Your glutes that we talked about before, you know, they get hit on pretty much every single exercise. Your quads get a really good workout, certainly through things like the lunges. Your entire posterior chain that just doesn't get worked on the bike is strengthened. It sorts out those muscle imbalances. So yeah, there are a lot of tangible benefits. It's an excellent cardio developer. Now, as a cyclist, you may think, well, we don't need that. We ride a bike. Absolutely, we do ride our bike, and that is great for cardio. But the nature of Hyrox, your heart rate is kept high for a very long period of time. Obviously, you know, there are fluctuations within that, and that's up to you to manage that. Of course it is. But things like, obviously, 8 kilometers of running, along with things like the Ski Erg and the rower and things like that, and the burpee broad jumps really whack your heart rate. I mean, I was 180 beats a minute plus doing the burpee broad jumps. But what I can say absolutely categorically, since I started Hyrox training and started my running to train for Hyrox, my VO2 max has gone through the roof. I am it's so much higher than it ever was from just cycling. And I'm still doing my cycling, I'm still doing a lot of cycling, but it really has developed my VO2 max. It's keeping my weight off. It helped me lose that 12 kilos that I mentioned at the start, and it's keeping it off. It's great. I can pretty much eat what I want. I don't have to worry. I mean, obviously, nutrition is important. I'm not saying go out and eat fish and chips and pizza and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'll probably do a video again of kind of nutrition ideas and tips that I found that work really well. But yeah, the number of calories you can eat every day dramatically increases. So if you like food, it's a bonus. It's competitive. 122. Now, not everybody's competitive. Not everyone who rides a bike wants to be competitive, but a lot of us are. I've got a competitive kind of itch that needs scratching on a regular basis. And through the winter, I'm not personally into cyclocross, but through the winter, this meets my competitive itch. I love going out there, even if it's just competing against yourself. It's an amazing feeling, just improving event on event, because every event's the same. It's the same distance, it's the same exercise, so you really are kind of competing against your previous times. And you can see every time from every competitor in your category that's ever taken part in an event anywhere in the world on their website. So you can benchmark and you can look to get better. And if you get really good, you can podium and you can go to the world champs and you can become world champion. And yeah, it's good fun. It's excellent winter training. As I said before, all the events take place during the winter. You peak for those winter events, and then you come out the other side in spring. You're strong, you've got excellent cardiovascular fitness, you've spent a lot of time indoors avoiding the dodgy weather if you're bit soft like I am, don't like cold weather anymore. And you hit the trails, you hit the roads on your bike so much stronger, so much faster. Honestly, it is the best winter training I've ever managed to find in my 30 odd years of riding a bike. And finally, it is totally complementary to cycling. Everything that Hyrox strengthens will benefit you on the bike. It will make you a better rider, and you're going to have fun doing it. And when you get off the bike, you're fitter. You've got more flexibility. You don't have the aches and pains in quite the same places that perhaps you have had when you've done long days in the saddle. It really does make a difference. I'm a convert, can you tell? So Hyrox will play a part in this channel going forward, along with running and cycling and all the other stuff, adventures. We're going to Canada again this year. So much stuff to share with you guys. So please stick around. And if you think that might be of value, please like, subscribe, you know, the normal YouTube thing. It's really appreciated. But basically, you know, I will be going to Glasgow at time of recording next week to do my second ever Hyrox race. So I'm hoping to beat my time from Birmingham. My wife is in charge of the camera, so I've got no idea what you'll end up seeing. You might see the roof, you might see the floor. I'm only joking. The footage you saw earlier, she did, so I appreciate her help. And yeah, I want to try and take this further over the coming years. I'd like to become competitive in the 50 to 54-year-old category. There's people in the 70s doing this sport, you know. It's all inclusive. And there's even talk of a bike industry relay team, because they do relay races as well in Hyrox. So we do 2 stations and 2 runs each. So yeah, I'll keep you abreast of that one and take you along if it happens. So that's it. It's a very short introduction to Hyrox. There will be more Hyrox content coming, as I'm saying. But yeah, definitely check it out and with an open mind, and you might be surprised at just how much better you feel as a rider on the back of Hyrox training. So anyway, until next time, stay safe, enjoy the trails, enjoy the roads, whatever your thing is, and we'll meet up again real soon. Cheers. Bye for now.